You ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
What's up?
Hey, welcome to Off Topic. Hi, hello there. I'm talking to them right now.
Oh, sorry.
I'm your host, Michael. It's me. I'm here. It'd be weird if I wasn't, but still talking. Also got Joe, but now that that's out of the way, we got the powerhouse Gruesome Twosome, Larry
Twosome.
and Jaren, dynamic duo. I come to mind a lot of like 80s and 90s duo. They just happen to
Like
be
action
villains.
buddies?
Well, they just happen to be
villains.
well, they're not villains, but the best ones seem to be like Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't know what the hero version of that is. It's a real good one. I imagine the two of you guys busting in, and it's like, oh, they're here.
Starsky and Hutch.
That's
Well, it
pretty
was
good.
Bulk and Skull the other week, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Bulk and Skull.
Yeah, from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
I don't
Shark
know.
Boy Lava Girl. Classic 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not really the same. Well, they're very much just something's going on, and they bust into it, and it's like
Kicking doors down.
it's a real B plot peeking into the A plot, and they're like, "You guys are at it again," and it's like, "Let's get out of here."
Very Samuel L. Jackson, The Rock, and the other guys, right? Where they're just like shooting things, and guess we'll jump off that building.
Yeah, but you guys didn't jump off the building.
No, we live. We
Right.
Yeah, we
you
made
lived
it.
to bust in another day.
Yeah.
And so I first saw a scenario today of a Larry and Jaren and Larry.
Mm-hmm.
There was no other. There also was no one else.
No one else.
Well,
available.
don't tell them that. We know that.
They know.
And it's implied when we're here, but don't say
Well, you
it.
know what though? You know what, Larry? Obviously, it's a real emergency scenario. But it's also a treat for me, so it doesn't bother me.
Right.
I
And
enjoy having the enforcers mix up the podcast.
the enforcer.
Somebody's tuning us on going like, whoa,
Yeah.
who are those two guys? Are they there to like make sure no shit gets started?
The bouncers.
Right. Like,
Bouncers sitting
whoa,
outside
it's
the
just
club.
Michael and Joe and the bouncers this week?
And when you walk
That's
around,
awesome.
yeah, when you all walk around, it's just me and Larry like clearing the way for you.
Yes.
Right, and
Exactly.
but against each other as well.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I don't know. That's how I envisioned it.
Right.
I don't know how you envisioned it.
No, that's pretty much it.
I had to go real roundabout. I went through Sarah to get it done.
Yeah.
You heard about it beforehand, but waited
I did. Yeah.
Well,
waited to go through the channel.
and she told us, she said Michael wants the dynamic duo.
It's
That was
actually
the-
what
that
I
was
said.
the
I was going to
word,
ask
yeah.
if that was your words or hers.
No,
I
that
felt
was-
like they were yours.
they-
Those
were
are Michael's words.
Like I said, I didn't want to only land on
Yeah.
like villains. And even, look, Bulk and Skull aren't really villains. They're more like, they're kind of bullies that easily become just the friends that never get invited, but are always, they show up and are welcome.
Oh, the losers.
Well, in that scenario.
That's not-
But hey, do they also, in the movie, they jump out of the fucking plane, don't they? They're like, it's like all the Power Rangers and Bulk and Skull.
Oh, did they get to
I
do
don't
the
even know.
skydiving?
I think they do, right?
Reference.
Tyler,
I
you
just
know,
don't
go
remember.
now. He doesn't know. I don't. My point is, they're too close to the Power Rangers to be losers. Like, they're almost on the inside. They're like beyond the veil, but
Yeah.
so insignificant. The Power Rangers.
Like if we're hanging out and the Power Rangers are there, we kind of come along. But if we're not there, then the Power Rangers just don't even think about like talking to us, right?
It's not that they don't think about talking to you. I think they forget. But also, I kind of got a Bulk and Skull thing was like they were like 10 years older than them. And it was always, I don't think they were, but it seemed like it. They were all like, 30-year-olds in high school.
I don't like the description when this is compared to Larry.
Again, you got to move past Bulk and Skull, though. You're really, Rocksteady and Bebop, pretty cool.
They are
Yeah,
neat.
one's a pig and one's a rhino.
Yeah.
You're focusing too much on the attribute and not like their prowess.
No, I meant like they're tough. Like,
Oh, okay.
Tough like
yeah,
rhino.
if someone's like Bebop and Rocksteady, you go,
Then why
that's
not the
cool.
pig? You just
Well, he's
skipped over the
tough
pig.
like pig.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like a boar, not a
I guess so,
lowly
yeah.
pig.
Yeah, and like
I don't even know what that is, to be honest.
A
boar?
Or-
No.
they
no,
run
we have
around
to talk
Texas
about-
and then like you're trying to shoot
Yes.
deer.
It's the rhinoceros and
Then
the
they
giant
come
boar guy from TMNT.
You're not a Ninja Turtles person?
Maybe he only saw.
honestly-
Maybe he only saw the second TMNT where they're not that at all, and there's their weird bird things or whatever they are. Remember
What?
in the second live action movie, they didn't do Bebop and Rocksteady. They did like two knockoffs for some reason, and they were like, hey, "Look, it's like the movie version. One's kind of like a wolf or a dog or something."
I think I know. Yeah, I think I remember what you're talking about.
I just
It's
can't
been
really
ages.
remember any like shows, like cartoons or like.
Nice.
There's some people that have like those like solid memories that they go, oh, in that moment, and then this happened, and that thing that I saw 25 years ago, and I go, nah, I remember vague images.
I mean, it's got to be just some sort of event that you remember really cool or really dumb. That's really it for me. I don't remember anything else. Most of life is just, what? If it was uneventful, I'm going, But like, remember that time poo-poo was coming out of someone? That time I'll remember.
I've repressed a lot of memories, and I think it just,
See, I haven't
it's like a domino effect.
I just
Anything
went,
from the time period and below, it's just a fucking blur.
Whoa. I just went, don't need them, but by myself. I got an auto sort where sometimes I go, let me remember something. Oh, that's gone? Oh, well.
Guess that's that.
Yeah. Damn. Thought I'd have that one. I almost screwed myself yesterday. It was one of my first, like, Dad screwed it up.
Wrong theater?
Wrong time.
Oh.
But I double checked. This is the plug your ears Mario movie. I went to take my heathen children.
As they're so called.
Pro ChrisPratt. Right. They cheered when they found out. So I went to take them, and for some reason, like, there was one 3D showing, and I'm just like, I haven't been to a 3D movie yet, and I'm just like, this one probably looks good in 3D, right? Like, animation almost always looks good in 3D.
Yeah.
They probably threw a shitload of money at this movie. It's probably good in 3D. And I just drilled it into my head that it was at 7 o'clock, and then I went to check as I was going home, like, I'm gonna go home, have some time to get ready. We'll leave early. Oh, shit, it was at 3:20.
What?
Yeah.
I was expecting 6.
No,
Yeah.
just straight up wrong.
You left at like 3.
Right.
Sure.
When I found out, I left at like 3:30, 3:40, because I found out at 3:50 when I checked. And I was like, oh, fuck. Just the 3D was out the window. All the later showings were shit. Thankfully, there was literally a 450 that was like only a third full, or it was like a third left because it was before 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I scooped it up. I got 4 in a row that weren't shitty seats. I got home and I went, all right, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is, I may have got the times wrong. The 3D, that's not happening. And Iris is like, are you serious? Because I constantly lie and then go, nah, I'm just kidding. And I go, I'm dead serious. Like, but the good news is I got other tickets and we're going right now. So, all in all, saved it. But it was kind of an oh shit moment. My problem too is I bought these tickets like 2 weeks ago, and for some reason was just like, it's 7 o'clock. And I never checked until today. Or
That's
yesterday.
pretty much like the time that.
I never buy tickets early, ever.
Right, yeah.
And I fucked myself doing it. Almost.
Yeah. Thoughts on the non-3D Mario movie?
It was pretty flat.
Yeah, pretty flat.
It was pretty two-dimensional, which I guess is what I paid for.
Yeah.
I mean, it was enjoyable. It was definitely enjoyable as a Mario fan. It was definitely a heavily fan-serviced film. At some points, I think, detracted from the film. Not that I cared, but like...
They showed Mario's ass.
And his fingers. If you were to go, look, it's like, I know Mario, but I don't give a shit. I have no nostalgia. If it's a good movie that just happens to be Mario, great. It ain't that. At all.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I would say that is D&D. That movie was awesome. Like Dungeons and Dragons. I saw that last week.
Awesome.
You don't have to know shit about shit. It's just a great fantasy movie. And I don't really know much about Dungeons and Dragons, so I'm sure there's a lot I didn't catch. But I think they did a very, very good job. It's like a 2-hour and 10-minute movie that did not feel like it. But Mario was a lot of fun. Definitely not something I'm like, I'm gonna see it again. I was impressed at the amount of detail they put into like the callbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like every single character had their official like music theme. You know what I mean?
That was like one
I guess
of my favorite
spoilers.
parts.
We're gonna spoil the movie. It's Mario.
Guess what?
And there's
Mario
lots of
stuff.
Nintendo stuff. And all the noises from the game, they're in there. All the bloop, 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 all that shit's in there. The new shit, they love it. The old shit, they don't like it so much, but they put it in the background. If it's over 20 years, it's not heavily featured. If it's 20 years old, it's not heavily featured, but it's in there somewhere.
Right. I loved all the music. I thought the music was great.
It looked and sounded amazing.
Yeah.
I think it probably is still awesome in 3D. My kid might want to go see it again. I'll probably see it in 3D if I get the right time.
I'll say there's probably only like one 3D moment though. Like where it really like
Where like they made it for that?
it looked like
Which
it.
one is
that?
Spoil it.
It was
Spoil it.
a Bowser scene, and he did one of these, at the screen where he kind of went out, and it was just like, there it is. There's the come at you moment, which is Bowser's claw. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I imagine like some of the like fight scenes, without going into like too much detail for those that haven't seen it. Like some of the fight scenes, like in the middle, will probably look cool in like 3D. You know,
there's probably enough in there.
Yeah, I think so. Lots of throwing. You know.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Any kind of like shell shit.
Yeah.
Spoiler: lots of shells get thrown. They're throwing them. Greens.
Surprise. Turtle shells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mario really shows his fingers.
Yes, actually.
Well, I mean, he does. That would have been great as like the 3D moment. Like, look at these.
I mean, we don't know that it isn't. We don't know that it isn't, right? Again, you're talking about the like, but it could just be a passive 3D moment where you're trying to grab them.
It's like really in the foreground, like you really see the little fingers coming up.
You see the pores and such.
Yeah. Did they fix Chris?
What's up, dog?
I can't say his name for some reason. ChrisPratt. ChrisPratt's voice. You know how everyone said it sounded like really flat in the trailers and stuff?
I could not care less. I didn't do the research. I don't know what he sounded like in the trailers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't answer your question. It still sounds like Chris Pratt, and he's doing a voice.
Pretty much all of them sounded like themselves. Like, you know, even like there was an interview going around with Seth Rogen where he was just like,
Seth Rogen was 100% just Seth Rogen.
Well, Seth Rogen's always 100% just Seth Rogen.
He straight up said in the interview going, I'm not going to do a voice, so if you want my voice,
that said though, he's not the worst fit for Donkey Kong.
No, I thought that he would have been, because he would have just been doing him, but the way they characterized Donkey Kong in that movie, he fits so well.
Yeah, he didn't stand out.
He was the big surprise for me where I'm like, I actually love this. Chris Pratt I thought was pretty good. He's far and away better than like the Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. That line
isn't in the
movie.
It's not in the film?
Yeah.
They cut the line!
They learned.
Yeah, I was like, here it comes, and then that didn't happen. And I was like, God damn it.
They got too much back.
That's when Jaron left. He said, I love that line. I said, leave it in, cowards.
Not my Mario.
It was at that moment I stormed out.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
It was fun, yeah.
Yahoo's.
A fucking lot. Let me tell you that.
Is it a good Wahoo?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
It's not,
A Chris Pratt Wahoo?
I mean, it is Chris Pratt.
But it's better than a Chris Pratt Wahoo.
They got Charles in there. Right in the beginning.
Twice.
Yeah. But like right in the beginning. They kind of do like a bip bop boop of like a Mario voice.
Was he not the like dad?
He's the dad and then the other guy.
Oh, right.
At the beginning.
I thought you were just talking about the other dude. Yeah.
Well, the one is
I was
like
talking about the other dude.
very Mario.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And then-
Like this
and
is
then the
the
dad-
original.
Right, that's him doing Mario.
The dad
just some other
is
guy.
him
It's
being
just-
like, fuck you, I'm a real voice actor. I can do more than let's go.
Right.
Yeah.
I said fuck you as to the people recording.
Yeah. And then they left it in. Yeah.
Yeah, they were just like, we're not gonna argue. Fuck us.
Yeah.
And they left it in. But it was fun.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. There's no way it wouldn't be. It could have been a million times worse, right? Again, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm not the target audience, because we certainly are, kind of, right? It's not.
Right, to
It's
an
not
extent,
so dismissive. We're like, it's a kids movie. Like, again, every inside thing, and there's, in my opinion, some movie kind of stopping moments to get the reference, but it's a cool reference, so I don't care. But like, to me, that kind of says, yeah, no, adults from the 80s, 90s are definitely like a big part of the demographic. I certainly enjoyed it. It's not like the best film ever, but it was one of those things. I think it was more enjoyable as just like a thing than it was a movie, right? If you like Mario and if you grew up with it, it's just cool to see. It's just so weird, just all the things, like just they talk so much, and when you see their fingers and the end of their mouth moving so much. Yeah, because it's insane. Because it's insane. But I don't know. There's no way you make that and it's not a little weird.
I don't even remember his fingers. Like, what part was that?
Oh, come on. It's like zoomed in, man.
Yeah.
He's like my fingers.
I don't
Look at him. It's right after they talk about the gloves.
I think
Yeah, because like his mom is like, because they do bring it up where they're just like,
I think I just like
white gloves, but you're gonna get shit all over.
Yeah, no, I remember that, but I don't remember him doing this.
Well, it's right after that scene. They're stretching their little hot dogs.
You guys must have watched 2 different
Yeah.
movies.
No, Larry knows.
Larry was in the same row as me. So,
Right,
like-
and I was in a different movie, so we know what happened.
You had like the worst seat in the theater
What?
because it was me and Ash sitting next to each other, giggling like idiots at everything.
it was funny. Like, I mentioned it to you after the movie where I was like, oh, I know what Larry's favorite part was. The part where Seth Rogen laughed as Donkey Kong, just as Seth Rogen, and Larry was like the only person that laughed in the theater.
It was so ridiculous because it's like it's during a scene and they'd already done it once because he does it twice. And there was like, but the second one was elongated, and it's just him off screen going.
It's crazy.
This is fucking
It's crazy when you see that because it's not like a dub, right? They recorded it,
Yeah.
and then made digitally, like whatever, created the film around it. So it's like perfectly hit. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Seth Green matching or Seth Rogen matching flaps.
Right, yeah.
It's they got him going. And they're like, I make Donkey Kong's face do that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like all the Bowser solo stuff.
Yeah.
Which is just like they just went, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care. Do whatever you want.
Like,
Which was great. Again, that's not, I mean, like, I guess a little bit for kids. I guess they could be like, oh, but it's like beyond on the nose. You know what I mean? It's not like a reference. It's like, oh, that's the thing. That's that thing, 100%. That's cool. That's in Mario? That's so weird.
yeah. Very. I was surprised and then not surprised because I was just like, oh wow, they let that happen.
It ain't quick.
Yeah.
It's not like 2 seconds.
There's like 3 moments
at least.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
The benefit that Chris Pratt has, kind of because you were asking about all this, is that he's in that movie and like Seth Rogen's in that movie and they're all in that movie next to Fred Armisen, who is weird and not good.
And the thing is, like, it's just such a weird voice. Cranky.
It's Cranky Kong.
Oh, okay.
Cranky Kong's voice is just so bizarre, and it's like it's Fred Armisen, but it's not even like Fred Armisen. I'm just like, I would have been like, nah, do a different one, and he probably would have said okay and done a different voice. You know what I mean? I just went, that's the one they settled on. Weird.
Yeah.
And also, well, I don't know how much I want to dissect this. That's the thing I was talking about that I said that was going to piss Matt off.
Yeah. Oh, we can. I think we can talk about that. 'cause
Look, if you care this much about Mario, we got to talk about this then real quick. It's a spoiler in that like Nintendo ignored their own
for a movie that like is so beautiful about like they're platforming around and they'll throw in like a little bit of music when it's like, oh, Mario's jumping like he's jumping in sunshine.
They blast through every
or
damn
like
song.
Galaxy, so you got that little bit
games.
of Galaxy in there, and then they are like, hey, that's Donkey Kong, that's my son. And it's like, no, bitch, that's his grandson.
Right. They're just like, oh, he's like, Cranky Kong's my dad. And I'm like, no, he isn't.
This is what
How do I know this immediately? Because I didn't play Donkey Kong Country a lot. I'm like, oh, this is going to piss Matt off. I was like, isn't his dad, what did Matt tell me? His dad is like Donkey Kong Jr., he died in the war.
Okay, I don't know about this war. I think Matt's thinking.
No,
Matt's telling us
no, I believe him. I believe him.
War.
You ever seen Kong versus?
It's where he finds
Kong
himself.
versus Godzilla?
Well, I know how this
We
goes
can
down.
break it down.
The point is, the
original
man
Donkey
knows.
Kong.
The man knows.
Original Donkey Kong's Jumpman, totally different, not Mario. And then Donkey Kong, the original. Donkey Kong then got old. In the process of that, had a kid, DK Jr. DK Jr. had a kid, the Donkey Kong that we think about today.
Right.
Original Donkey Kong, old as shit now. He's Cranky Kong.
Which
He's
has
lost
been
all his
since
muscle.
since Donkey Kong Country, for
Country.
the Super Nintendo. So almost since his damn inception into this universe.
Yeah.
Almost from the beginning, it's like, oh, Donkey Kong's our guy. This old piece of shit's Cranky Kong. I think Donkey Kong Jr. was in the first Mario Kart, was he not?
Yes. And recently he's been in Tour because they have him as like one of the gotcha boxes.
Well,
where you
probably
can
shouldn't
get
have put
Donkey
him
Kong
in
Jr. and he's like all pixelated.
But I guarantee you what happened is the guy was barely around. He was so short-lived, right? You got Cranky Kong. That fucker's been around forever.
Yeah.
You got Donkey Kong that we know, technically grandson Donkey Kong. I guarantee you they were just like, it's too fucking confusing if we introduced another guy that people don't know. They're like, we could bring in Donkey Kong Jr., but then be like, wait, oh, that's Donkey Kong's son? No, that's his dad. Why the hell is his name Donkey Kong Jr.? Shit, I don't know. He's his dad.
You just gotta say the line. You just gotta say the line his grandson.
They just
and you
went,
go, Dad's missing in action. He went out to go get
the
bananas
war.
one day and never
In
came
the Banana
back.
Wars.
Banana War.
I'm just saying, that seemed weird to me that they just went, fuck it.
I hope that they do, because there's rumors, industry rumors, that they're doing the Donkey Kong movies, like the next one that's in line.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope
Lay
that they like first scene is just Fred Armisen being like, "Hey kid, I know I told you I'm your dad. I'm not your dad.
Okay, just
Did
so you
you
know,
realize too much of it?"
I don't know how much he sounds like that either. Not that
Wait, Cranky Kong was also.
He wasn't.
it wasn't like that.
That's odd.
But it wasn't. I just assumed he'd sound old.
Yeah.
He does not sound old at all.
A big old beard.
His name's Cranky Kong because he's a cranky old piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Also, wasn't that cranky?
No, he was.
He honestly,
surprisingly wasn't.
honestly, he was pretty reasonable. A bit stubborn, but I wouldn't say cranky.
Yeah.
Stubborn like a donkey.
Whoa,
That's
Mr.
crazy.
Donkey Kong.
But he's a gorilla.
I imagine it'll make a fuck ton of money.
It better.
Better.
I want all these.
just Jaron looking at me right there. It's just funny.
I know that they say the target audience is kids. The true target audience is Larry's.
Yeah, because Larry related to Incel Bowser so much.
Wait, hold on.
Dude,
Bowser's
Larry.
the biggest incel in that movie.
Well, I mean, he always has been.
I know, but I mean,
The only time he isn't is in the role playing games.
yeah.
Then he's not only a much more fleshed out character, but like as much as the like incel qualities that Bowser definitely still represents.
Yeah.
They always peel back like what a fucking loser he is.
Yeah,
And you're like, it's not right, but I do feel bad for him. Like it doesn't make him right, but this guy's such a sad sack of shit.
Yeah.
That's all like their role
He's
playing
just-
games. All the
he's just
Paper
kinda
Marios.
pathetic.
He's like pathetic writing in his diary, and like all his troops are like, "We'll love you no matter what, Bowser. We don't even care if you win." And he's like, "Stop! I'm big strong Bowser."
I'm gonna marry her.
Yeah, but I guess it surprised me that they came out swinging with the "I'm a marrier."
Yeah.
I mean, that was always kind of, even in the original game, like, I'm taking the princess, like, whatever. It's the same deal. You know what I mean?
That was like really hard in like Odyssey.
But like, that's like my thing was so much of the plot is focused on like new stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which isn't surprising. Again, it's going to new kids, but like, it's just like, boom, Cat Mario, heavily featured, like all the, Ice Flower. I'm like, Ice Flower? I don't remember Ice Flower. When they had that. But, it was pretty much what I expected, I guess. I wasn't like, there's always the like, it'd be cool if I was surprised and it was actually amazing. Like Puss in Boots, that was like, this is awesome. It was not that.
Oh, right.
But if you were like, man, I hope it's not a piece of shit, I don't think it was that.
Yeah, I kind of went in with like a low bar, and then I came out going, that was satisfactory. That was good.
It was satisfying.
Yeah, it was good.
Right. It was more satisfying to me than a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
But my children liked it, so that's fine with me.
Right.
I think it's also just knowing it was Illumination, which is like you got Pixar, you got Disney, and then you got DreamWorks, and then like Illumination's like hanging out down here.
Damn.
Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2, pretty good. Despicable Me 3, bad. Minions, not great. Rise of Gru, not great.
This is the
I
Larry.
thought the Minions were the best. Best movies.
Well, which ones? He's rating the specifics. What are the
I'm
best
going
movies?
if you want Despicable Me Cinematic Universe, you got
Oh,
5.
shit.
Oh goddamn! I
So
shouldn't have opened this
it's
fucking
like
box.
1 and 2 are right there. 2's funnier, 1's a better story.
Okay.
Minions, then 3. Minions and then Rise of Gru and then 3. 3 sucks ass.
3 sucks ass?
Rise of Gru's not great. Minions is pretty funny, but it's not like
But the Minions as a whole are just great.
yeah.
Dude, Minions, I'll tell you this, are like
Can't shit on Minions.
$250 industry. Okay? Minions fucking make bank. You want to make money? Put a minion on it. Jaron, dress up as a minion.
I don't know if you noticed this.
Yeah, let me just go do that.
But we thought somebody dressed up as a minion to our screening last night.
They did, or you
No,
thought
we thought they did.
Okay.
So, that kind of ruins the end of the story. So shame on me for bad storytelling.
All right.
But we're
Sorry.
sitting there, we're getting ready to
On you,
go.
I guess.
We're wahooing up, we're let's going, all that.
In the theater?
And in the theater, like I'm sitting there, like me and Ash are literally going wahoo, wahoo, wahoo. As we're getting, like pumped up, ready to go for Mario. Like we deserve to be beat up at that screening. But we're getting ready to go, and my wife Nicole like hits me, and she's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? And she's like, the guy's dressed up as a minion. And I was like, whoa, that's cool. I'm like, it makes sense. It's Illumination. And so I figured that maybe it's this weird cycle.
He's just such a big fan of the...
Where, like, because
the
Minions Rise of
animation
Gru,
studio.
they had, like, the Gentle Minions, which is where the dudes dressed up in suits to go see Rise of Gru. And I was like, okay, so now this is Mario. so they dress up as minions. And then once you have a movie that's about suits, they dress up as Mario. That's the triangle.
You thought about that?
I thought about it.
Okay.
That's what I figured.
So then what happened?
But what happened was the movie ended and the guy stood up and he was dressed as Wario.
Oh,
Which is
Well,
yellow.
basically,
here's the thing.
basically a minion.
Dude, here's
I
the
get
thing.
them confused all the time.
I also would thought you were gonna be like, guy stood up, he was bald. Like dressed as Wario is better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be just some man. And I
a
kept yelling,
dude.
Minion, Minion, and pointing at him.
No, he was Wario.
And it was just a normal man saying, stop.
But in the
calling him
dark,
Minion."
when you've got those muted colors,
Larry's
you
like
just thought it
heckling
was-
in the middle of the
You thought
movie.
it was a minion.
Where's Gru? Hey, where's Gru? Hey, where are your friends? You by yourself?
So then he's Wario.
I've only ever seen part of the first Minions movie. It's a series I've somehow just not
I don't think I've seen a single one.
consumed.
I've seen Despicable Me in the second one.
Oh, sorry.
can
I meant that. I meant Despicable Me. I saw parts of the first one. He calls it. You call it the Despicable Me universe. Really, it's the Minion universe, is what it is.
They've overtaken.
I mean, they really have.
Yeah.
Again, nobody gives a shit about Gru, but those little fuckers are everywhere. Any store you ever walk in, they're dangling everywhere. My kids we've never watched any of those movies. It's just like, oh, bro, Minion. Bro, this guy, one eye, two eyes, doesn't matter. Whatever, I don't care.
Tall,
Kevin.
short.
Yeah, we don't know how it works. I don't know how it works. Is there
He has a
reasoning?
name?
Don't know.
Kevin.
I
Kevin's
remember
the
that.
best minion.
I remember that. He's the
It
first
was Kevin and Bob in the third one.
It's like the first one.
the
He's
most
like
forgettable,
adopted
yeah.
kids, right? That's what it's about.
Yeah. Because he adopts the three of them.
Yeah.
Then they soften his heart
Right.
because he's like a
He
bad
does
guy.
it as like.
Wait, he didn't make the minions? Gru didn't make the minions?
No, he
Well, they
adopted children.
retconned that. Is he did in the first Despicable Me? They pretty much implied that he made the minions. Then in Minions, the whole thing is that like they are going after like the most evil person in the world, and they kind of just travel around and then accidentally get all those people killed. So like it may have been, not gonna lie, in the bunker 45, a minion with the gun, blammo, got Hitler. In the Minions universe, that could have been the truth. Could have been
Adult or baby?
adult.
Oh, okay.
Adult. In the bunker. I don't think baby was in the
okay.
bunker.
Okay.
But like, because they get Napoleon killed. I forget who else. That was the one I remember. It's just like they get Napoleon killed. But they get all of them.
Napoleon skirts the line where like he's still fun enough to have in a kids movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hitler
Right?
is
I mean,
not.
I don't think they showed that scene. It was probably deleted from the final cut. But like, they imply that the minions would have been under Hitler in the 40s.
Right, but Hitler didn't make the film.
He didn't. He's
But
not.
Napoleon did.
Napoleon did.
What's up with that?
Well, I think
Big
it's
piece of
exactly what you
shit
said.
too. I'm just saying, also big piece of shit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying he somehow, maybe it's just because he was short, they're like, all right though, we can still put this guy in cartoons and fucking laugh at him.
Yeah.
He makes the cut. I'm just saying. Napoleon's like always funny. Anybody using Napoleon's like, look at this doof.
I don't know if I've watched a Minions movie because I don't.
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
haven't.
I was sitting here going, I think I like zone out for a second because you started talking about like time travel shit, and I went,
Well, they don't time travel.
I'm not talking about time
There are
travel.
more. There are more.
He's talking about. Hang on, he's talking about where the minions came from.
Jelly
History
beans.
happened,
Said
Darren.
jelly.
Just because you weren't there doesn't mean it's time travel.
I definitely like was reading
minions
over there
lived
for like a
through.
second. and
Don't
went,
look at them.
Why are we talking about like
look at them.
dictators right now?
Don't look at them. We're talking about minions. Okay, I'm with you. Time travel. No, they lived through it.
I don't think. Are you sure you watched the Minions movie?
I watched it, but this is what happened because it's like they
Believe 'em.
like
Sounds
it's like
like
they start
something.
in like the Ice Age and they're with like
kill the dinosaurs?
big bag like Unga Bunga guy.
They killed-
And,
I
like,
remember-
they get him frozen or something like that.
I remember
that they
parts
thaw
of the Minions
out,
movie.
like Captain America.
I don't think I remember them
I feel like it's probably
Blapping-
right at the start of the
blapping
film.
Hitler.
Well, he keeps saying
I'm
that's
saying
not
that,
in the
I'm saying
film.
that that's implied.
He's saying
It's in the
okay,
subtext.
okay. Here's what I'm gonna
Text, subtext.
Here's what I'm gonna back up. While I'm somewhat,
the minions of the minions.
while I'm somewhat on Larry's side, he needs to stop saying it's implied. What he's trying to say is based on the dictators and the evil people they go after.
Historical
in the film,
context.
It would not be insane to imagine the minions may also have done this to Hitler. However, in no way, shape, or form do they imply that or lead up to it in the film. I think is what he's trying to say.
Thank you for translating.
It's implied.
I think
like they say, let's go to Germany.
Right,
and they
like
cut
they
away.
show a map of like where they're going.
I don't think it's
one
implied.
Stop in
but I haven't
Germany
seen the
and
film.
Yeah.
they should have just not explored that. They should have just said Gru made them.
Well, they did say that. They went back on it.
But they retconned it, and now they leave open to interpretation things like
Larry,
and that's one way to interpret it.
You should write a script. We could just film it ourselves.
I don't.
Whoa. Get the animation team involved. It's parody.
It's live action.
No live action,
Oh.
and you guys are Kevin,
we'll get-
Bob, and the third guy.
Yeah.
And we'll get
your
a-
brew.
I don't know if I'd be a good Gru.
Oh, you can
No,
try.
you can do the voice. You do it all the time for us.
What
You
the
should do it for
fuck
the
are
audience.
you talking
The Gru
about?
voice.
I don't even know how Steve Carell does the voice. I can't even
With
remember
his
really.
mouth.
He says,
No,
hey,
but
what's
like,
up?
oh, that's what he says.
It's funny. It's funny when you watch old Office and he'll do a Gru every now and then, like before Gru got invented. It's like that's Gru.
Girls.
That's it.
Girls. Like that.
Nailed it. It's like he's in the room with us right now.
He's
Yeah, we'll see.
gasped for it.
Jared.
That's awesome.
Who run the world? Gorals.
Gorals.
Dude, I can't stop playing Resident Evil 4.
You got a
Are you
problem.
playing it?
Yeah, touched it
A little bit.
a little bit. I'm almost done with my 5th playthrough.
What?
Fuck.
Wow.
Including the stream?
Yeah, including the stream.
Jesus fuck. You got a problem, man.
No, I mean it's a game built for New Game Plus, and I'm accepting the challenge.
Am I gonna explore New Game Plus
I don't fucking know. What the fuck does that even mean?
in Dark Souls?
What?
Do I get to?
Why would you play New Game Plus in Dark Souls? I mean, you can play on your own if you want. I guess I don't care.
Oh.
You just remember.
You got so much
Yeah.
regular game left. I don't even really understand the question he's asking. It kind of has
No,
nothing
because
to do with
like,
what I'm
listen, man.
talking
Like
I just said I beat the game 5 times. He hasn't beaten it once.
you said New Game
Indeed.
Plus, and it's just like
Right,
I'm
5 times. Like over
New
and
Game
over
Plus,
and over
that's
and
when
over
Dad
and
lets go of the bicycle. And then you're on your own, making your own decisions.
I don't like it. No.
over. That's fine. You don't
not-
have to.
I'm playing through very slow
It's fucking
because
fun,
I've been streaming it, so I've only played. I'm at the beginning of the second area. Like I've gone in, I've met Salazar.
I like how it's just like 3 fucking parts now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The other for the original's like 5 chapters or like
Yeah, they do it
those in the
5,
6. It's weird.
yeah.
This game it's like 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 3. It's the village.
I couldn't believe how close
the village, the castle,
the castle is to where you fight Bator's Mendez. Because you kind of just go up the road and you're like, it's castle.
Dude, I'm totally fine with everything
Mm-hmm.
they chopped out. I mean, the game's fucking bloated, right? The original. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just such a just more enjoyable length. I get for a new game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be really hard to release just the length of the old game now, and just like, because so much of it just like, and you're fighting and you're
Mm-hmm.
fighting and you're fighting. They definitely just took out a bunch of sections where you're like fighting nonstop. I feel like they just made it harder.
It feels like nothing's missing, which is what I will
agree.
say to the testament of the game, because I haven't played 4 in probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
That I went through and I'm like, these are all the major points. You get in, the guy gets
All the
fucking
shit they shortened up,
Joan
I was
of
totally
Arc.
fine with.
You get Ashley, you run around, you shoot the little blue medallions.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Right? You got all the little side quests they added,
yeah.
just like extra shit to do.
Yeah, save the dog, fight the Gigante, get to Mendez, and he chops in half, and then he can't
Big time
dance
chops in
anymore.
half.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they improved every single boss fight.
So far,
Save
yeah,
the
because I've
fish,
done
'cause
like
it's
basically
exactly
Lago
the
and
same. Lago is the only one that's like exactly the same. But even then, they make it cooler. I'll say this: I didn't specifically notice on the other difficulties, but that fish gets fucking harder on the harder difficulties.
Does it?
Just like how much
Well, 'cause
he
you
freaks
can't
out,
heal.
like jumps
Yeah.
and shit. Like he just like freaks the fuck out on professional. But I was like, oh, that's cool. Like different animations on the harder difficulties.
There's a fish boss?
It's like it's a salamander, I think. Again, I'm Matt.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
The
'cause
Lago.
It has
It's
little
like
feet.
the-
It's a salamander, not a fish, but I called it a fish for
fish
like
guy.
15 years.
Is
Like
this
an-
the
is it like an
thing in
axolotl?
like the boat that you have to? Yeah.
Your infinite harpoons are thrown at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels more tense because you can't heal the boat.
Right, you
Because
can't.
like back in the day, you could just chop
right.
herbs the whole time.
Yeah.
Did
You
you
get
do
knocked
that on
out.
stream?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
it happened, but it's unskippable.
But because it was like real quick, wasn't it? Like on stream.
It's not a long boss fight.
No, it was not like 2 seconds.
But it's probably
it was not comically short. We absolutely just went through.
It's probably about like 5, depending on pace. Like
I'm trying to
4 or
think.
5 hours in.
I'm trying to think
which
if we
for
did
you
it.
would have been about 6 or 7.
Well, what I'm thinking, I'm trying to think.
4 or 5 hours would be 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think if we did it twice or not. I don't think so.
I can't
Where
imagine.
the fuck did you end? Where did he end?
I just remember Cameron showing me, look at the original one, and it was like this, and because I never played Resident Evil 4, and he showed me the original
we didn't make it. I remember.
one, and it was just like I didn't even see you do anything remotely close to this, like when we were.
Well, that's hurtful. That means you weren't watching.
I was sitting in the booth.
Well, supposedly watching.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the booth watching the game. Mm-hmm. It's a baseball game on.
Yeah.
We did it. I was trying to remember where it was. No, we reset, dude. It's so early. We reset like right as he got to the house when you find the chief and he.
Yeah.
And then I walked.
Yeah, so you didn't do it twice then.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Trying to die. Fell asleep holding the space bar.
Then.
That's what I said.
Then I beat it. It's like on one of my playthroughs, I beat it on hardcore to get the. What was it? Did I fucking beat it on professional? I guess it was professional. I got like the infinite rocket launcher. The thing is like you keep New Game Plus in it and carry it over, and there's like little things you can do. But I beat it on professional, which is harder than hardcore, in like 4 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh wow!
Damn.
You just. There's also what's really fucking cool is I'm sure there's still sequence breaking in it. I'm sure people will find it, but they just like implemented a bunch into the game.
Oh really?
Well, it's like, do you know about the bell thing? I'm sure you heard about that, like the bell in the beginning.
No.
Oh, I've seen videos on this. Yeah.
So in the original and in this one, you get to the village, the very first like village, and then people fight you, and it's either like when you kill X amount or time passes. And then the bell dings, and they all go, and they leave. Everybody going to bingo? You can fucking shoot that now and just instantly trigger it.
That's awesome.
It's like real hard to see, and it's like usually you do it with like a rifle on like a New Game Plus, but
or shoot a rocket launcher
or whatever. But you can hit it with the pistol. So like if you're playing on like the hardest difficulty, you can just like run up and be like, ding,
that's awesome.
and they just leave. There's like a couple of those in the game. They're like built in, which is very cool. It's just fun. It's just like the funness of video games. You know what I mean? Beyond like the hyper realism, how good it looks, and everything like that. It's just like, well, that's fun. You just built in a sequence break. They're like, nah, we'll just do it for you. Just skip this part.
They built in my favorite thing about playing it right now is I splurged a little. I spent the extra $10.
Big time.
Spent the extra $10.
Big time.
So I've been playing my first playthrough with Leon in the like 1700s Phantom of the Opera outfit, and Ashley
with all the
Hot Topic.
with all the ruffles.
Yeah, him in the puffy shirt, and then Ashley's
She's in
Hot
her
Topic.
casual.
Ashley.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Yeah, casual.
It's so good because all the cutscenes are pre-rendered, so you have all
awesome,
the
dude.
stupid costumes.
It's awesome.
I
wish they split up the accessories into different categories so you could wear more than one.
Oh.
Because it's like there's like outfits and then accessory. Period. So it's like hat, glasses, face stuff, whatever. You can only do one.
Oh.
Because there's like I have the knight's armor for Ashley. You can lock that, and it works the same. It makes her like invincible. But you can still do an accessory. Not that she has that many. Leon just has a lot more options. But she has a pair of like heart-shaped sunglasses. So it's just her in the knight outfit. The thing, the visor is always up, and it's just her wearing sunglasses. And it's like, this fucking rules.
That's awesome.
This rules. And her dialogue's real good. It's super just casual. Like my favorite line is when, have you gotten to the part with Ashley yet?
Yeah, because I'm at the beginning of the castle. So.
I mean like when you control her.
Oh, no.
That part's like so much more enjoyable. It's so much more fun, and just like, you just feel like you're doing more than just like throwing those lanterns.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm like almost done with it in my head as far as like getting all the achievements, and because it's one of those games that's one for one, right? There's challenges, but if you do them all, that's like all the achievements.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is basically doing like an S plus, in which like you can't do new game plus.
Yeah.
You have to start it fresh, but you can still use like the bonus weapons.
Oh.
Like the typewriter and shit. So there's a strat where basically you just have to like get through the game fast enough and like survive long enough to get enough to get 30 spinels, and then you buy one of those tickets, and then Because like the typewriter is in it still.
Yeah, and then I'm guessing it's infinite ammo is the special
Is the
thing?
exclusive. So you can get that right away. Even though the gun's like weak as shit, it starts out. But once you get that, you're basically set. Then you're just racing against the saves and the time. So it's like, in one way, yeah, you're cheesing the fuck out of like hard on S+, but I could not care less.
No.
Because it's just like, every run has been like a different way to play the game. Like right now, I'm almost done with it. I'm combining them. I'm doing knife and pistol only. So I have like the infinite knife, right? Like I unlocked it where it never breaks. And then I have the red 9. Whoa, just freaking out. I have the red 9. Oh, it's done. I have the red 9 because it's like super powerful, but then I also brought the Matilda. If I wanted like a machine gun, you get it after you beat the game. And so like I prepped all that shit on the game before I beat it, like right at the end of the game. And then beat that, so then you start the game with that shit. And so I only had handgun, knife, then I'm doing never talk to the merchant, and then I'm doing never heal. Because on the easiest difficulty setting, you auto regen health, like a little bit. So it's like, I'm making it difficult for no reason. I could do these things separately, but also it's on the easiest difficulty, so it's very doable.
Yeah, just knock them all out.
It's just a fun way to play the game. And like, I'm on my 5th playthrough, and I'm still going, on the 6th playthrough, I'm gonna use the typewriter. Like, I still haven't used it yet. I got it, but I haven't used it.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited to
fucking
do
loving it.
multiple run-throughs of this.
Whoa, it's so fucking short.
What is it?
Well,
Yeah,
Joe, I'm glad you asked what is it. I'll tell you what it isn't. It isn't 20% off store-wide like Rooster Teeth's store is at the store website now. Jaron, what is it? What's the website? Go ahead.
Store.roosterteeth.com.
Wow, 20% off site-wide. Incredible. That's not what I'm about to show you, but that is a thing that's happening. I remembered, Tyler. Thanks. It's too short for this, but I had bought it anyway. So, you know, I'm getting fit besides ripping my arm off. But that's besides Joe.
Did you figure out what was going on with that?
Yeah, it hurts, man.
Okay, but did you go to the doctor?
I figured it out, man.
No, but what
I
happened
figured
to
it out.
What happened to it?
I thought we were having fun, and you went too far. That's what okay? But beyond that, classic Joe, beyond that, trying to do mind, body, soul, I saw this chair, and it's, how do you even, it goes this way, right?
How do you even?
I don't know. But yeah, but you had the box. You got the picture.
I was wondering why Tyler was building a chair.
So I was gonna do it, but it was a race against time.
Yeah, I guess.
Is it a kneeling chair?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a race against time. I would have built it myself, but Tyler graciously put it together because I was like, I'll build it on the show, but then we're just gonna be talking about it for 35 minutes. It's a chair that you sit like an asshole in. I think it's like this.
Yeah.
And it's just for it like forces your spine into a good position. Like, I will say, this show in particular, it's like the spine checker when you sit here, because you look over and you go, oh no, you see the hunch. Well, you gotta see the spine. There you go. Look at that.
Look how straight that is.
Now we just put this on a couple Apple boxes. I'm up at the top of the table with you guys. Audio listeners, I'm sitting in a very cool chair, but I'm now much lower than everyone else.
Gotta lock the wheels and raise you up, and you'll be good.
This is kind of like a middle ground too of like, if you don't have a standing desk, it's like a sit. It's like a stand sit. So I thought I'd try it. It's honestly pretty comfortable.
Looking at it, I didn't know it was a kneeling chair. I thought it was literally you just bought yourself a chair where you were sitting down and then just your lower back was on it. Like you sat in like a normal chair.
Like almost laying down.
Yeah, you're almost laying down.
Yeah.
And you're just holding yourself up like this. That's what it looked like over there.
It's honestly, again, it's pretty comfortable. So imagine like beyond, this, everything else is good. Like my spine will be good. Maybe my spine will heal my arm.
Okay, but so, did you ever figure out what was going on with that?
Yeah.
What happened?
Someone too serious.
Fuck up.
Someone took a game too serious.
Too rough.
Used to those first-person shooters. Yeah. Pretty sweaty.
Or athletic. That's what we're saying. Getting a little athletic there.
Anyway, this is good. Thanks, Tyler. I guess, you know what? You
should stay in it.
I'm going to stay in it because he put the effort into building it. So I'm going to stay in it. It's a little off, but this is...
I think your main desk can go that low.
It can. Yeah. It can lower, actually. I can absolutely use this. I can absolutely use this.
Funny looking. With just
Bro, I'll fucking use this. You kidding me? I'll look up at Alfredo and Joe.
Yeah.
Let's get him, guys. Come on, let's play lasso. Well, my desk will be here.
Right, yeah.
So we need an oar to push you around. I need an oar?
Oh.
No, I mean, I can just walk around, Tyler.
Yeah, or you could just not move your legs.
Yeah, but the oar's not really going to work very well. I'm going to be honest with you.
You can strap a hoverboard to you, pull you around.
Well, now you're talking.
Oh my god.
Well, that would be. I need some sort of handle. Then we're making like almost like a kind of MacGyvered like shopping cart type deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had a hoverboard just like pull me around. I mean, got no basket, but I'm sure we could just
We can get one.
Figure it out.
We can
figure
that out.
or something.
Yeah.
You guys got anything exciting going on? You want to talk about any chairs or anything? Or
Not as cool as that one, Michael.
okay. Hey, thanks,
blows it
Sharon.
out of the
You know what?
water.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's right up there with the way you complimented that picture I showed you earlier on my desk.
Oh, right. Where you showed me a picture and you said, "Say it's good." And I went, "It's good."
Yeah. Well, you didn't say anything for a couple seconds.
Yeah,
You were
because
just
you
looking at it.
Well, okay. You didn't show me the picture initially.
Right.
You just held up the back of a frame and went, "Look at this." And I went,
Right.
"I don't know what I'm looking at. It's just the back of a frame."
Right. Then I showed it to you.
And then you said, "Say it's good."
Yeah, I said, "Say it's good," and he went, "It's good." And I
It's
was
good.
like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
I have a framed picture on my desk now, so that Jaren
It's good.
likes a lot.
It's great.
He likes a lot.
Yeah.
Now
Is
it's
it
great.
there right now?
Yeah.
Go see it after this.
Yeah, you
We
sure
can all
can.
take a
I mean,
tour.
I'm kind of. He's been sitting next to it.
I didn't know you
He
had a
hasn't
framed
said it,
picture.
but
Clearly.
yeah.
Haven't seen it.
It's a wooden frame.
It's a nice frame.
Yeah.
And a great picture.
Great picture.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Wow,
Glad I'm able to sell this.
I'm much lower.
That's what makes you rock steady here.
Oh, I wanted to say this too, and this shot reminds me of it. I feel like I can say officially at this point. Now, you guys, let me know. Maybe you agree or disagree. At this point, I feel like I can say I pretty much got a new head. I feel like I reached the point where I look in the mirror and I go, "This is a different head. My head shape has changed just enough."
It's not your head shape. It's your neck shape.
My neck's part of my head, Joe.
That's true.
I'm just saying, it's jaw too.
It's your neck. It's your
neck,
jaw.
jaw.
It's because you've been hitting that tonal, man.
Right. I'm just saying, but like, it's enough where now it's a little bit of a different head. Someone might see me and go, "Who's that guy?"
Hey, put your tongue to the roof of your mouth.
gonna do that.
And then suck in a little bit and see
What
what
shit is he talking
Yeah,
about?
what
see where your
I'm gonna make you
jawline.
come sit down here as punishment.
Oh,
I'd love to be in the kneeling.
Oh, here,
My
try
back
it.
Fucking hurts.
Here, try it. Here, we'll just swap.
All right, we'll just swap. Okay.
Yeah, or we can make it extremely complicated for no reason.
yeah.
All right.
Here
we go.
Chair back in.
Like,
Yeah.
why would we?
Oh fuck.
Like,
Dude, my back's been hurting.
like when I was looking at it, I thought it might be a thing where it's uncomfortable but makes you sit right uncomfortably. But no, they're right. It should be like that.
Dude,
They go, no, your spine should be like this.
this feels awesome.
Meanwhile, I'm like this.
Oh, well, again,
Here's me
they're
when I
like,
work.
everybody selling something's got their tagline, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're willing to believe it. But theirs is basically like, chairs ain't good for you. And they're not entirely wrong. You know what I mean? They're like, they're not made to help you. They're just made to sit in.
Can't believe that this is how a lot of people see the world.
All you gotta do is make it taller.
This is very
I
different.
just want to call you sport.
Well, the thing is,
Champ,
it's
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not how a lot of people see the world, though, because even short people, like the chairs, are tall. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, this just feels like, I'm looking up.
Right.
Like,
I guess this is pretty abnormal at a table.
yeah.
Tables kind of.
This is a little odd.
Tables usually even out the height thing,
Right.
and he's kind of spitting in the face of that.
Yeah.
As I knew he would.
This feels awesome.
It does feel good. It was also like $30.
It's $30
Something like that. It wasn't very much.
from Amazon?
You don't need to know where I shop.
Delivered right to your door?
Maybe I got it.
Prime shipping?
Maybe I got it from Marshall's
That's a pretty good deal from
or
Marshalls.
Service Merchandise.
What the fuck is
Oh,
service
whoa.
merchandise?
Oh,
I don't know.
Only the best place to get all your Jurassic Park toys.
What are you?
Dirt cheap. This episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Shady Rays. It's the perfect time of year when the weather's warm enough to go out, but not so hot it's scorching. Tell me about it. I'm in Texas, and that's scorching. You don't want to hit that, okay? But you want that nice, wow, it's warm and I want to be outside. Perfect weather for sunglasses. You got the sun, you want it, but it's real bright. You know, you don't want to, our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company, and they offer a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair I've worn. It's gear that's built to last. With durable frames and extremely clear optics for outdoor adventures, Shady Rays also offers the most insane protection in all of eyewear. Their sunglasses are backed by lost and broken replacements, so if you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they'll send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. All right, if you want to answer some, too bad, they're not going to ask. Plus, every purchase supports the Shady Rays Impact Program, which works directly with nonprofits and their communities to make adventure accessible for all walks of life. Ever since I got LASIK, I don't need to wear my regular glasses, okay? I like to make sure my new eyeballs are protected from the sun because, you know, I can only zap them so many times. Shady Rays, love them, they look great, they're real comfy, and some of the best UV protection I've ever had in a pair of sunglasses. These things, like, I'll stare right at it. I'll fight the sun. You know, I'll let it win, but I could keep going. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com and use code OFFTOPIC for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people. Shadyrays.com plus code OFFTOPIC. Get 50% off 2 or more pairs.
Why do you agree?
Larry?
What do you know?
Because the service merchandise was like, you would go and it's like the Kmart's over here and the service merchandise is over there.
I don't know what service merchandise is.
Well, it was the store that existed where you could get like.
It was before Best Buy.
Like.
It was before Best Buy.
like toys, but also like
Toy
I thought
Store.
before
exercise
Best Buy was
equipment.
Circuit City.
Yeah, but not as heavily like
before that
just
was Radio
electronic
Shack,
based.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
'Cause
that's
they had,
all
like-
electronic based.
they had,
Imagine kind of a Best Buy that's toys too, but not Toys R Us.
It's a little Searsy.
It's a little
Like old
Searsy,
school Searsy.
but not nearly as department store.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fries.
Still not as electronic-y, but this is back in the 90s. So that's like, you could probably get your Walkman. It's service merchandise. Act now.
I like how y'all went. Imagine it like a Best Buy, but here's all these other stores
not.
that are like not.
Yeah,
Best Buy.
but in a Best Buy in the sense of like here's a
experiencing.
store,
Yeah.
it's like a big warehouse. There's just like rows of shit.
Okay.
There's no fucking groceries. So you take out all the Walmarts and all that crap.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but there's nothing current day I can think of that was so much like physical toy shit focused. That wasn't just a toy store, right?
Yeah.
But again, it was like the 90s where that was just, well, yeah, I guess there's some
thing.
games
Jaron,
and
what-
shit, but everything else is a fucking toy.
What you and I are experiencing are basically what kids of today are experiencing with like Radio Shack. Because Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore.
Right,
And so
right.
they're asking, what is Radio Shack? Radio.
So we're going. What is service merchandise?
What is service merchandise?
Bro, not
sounds
a flashy name, but got right to the point.
Yeah, what a weird name.
It's the place that kind of exists until
like food and
the
stuff.
tornado rolled through town, and then it shut down and never reopened. I'm sure that happened in everybody's
Maybe the only way they were getting a profit was through the insurance claim.
Well, they
have
certainly
been.
weren't.
They made
because
the
they went
tornado.
under.
Dude, it was like they also I think, you know, they were one of the pioneers of that. They were going out of business forever. It was like 10 years they were going out of business.
Oh yeah, they just leave the
It's
sign
one of
up.
those. Well, it's just one of those things where it was Chapter 11 or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like massive clearance, and so everything was like crazy on sale. It was already cheap, right? Again, it's like cheaper than Toys R Us. I use that example because it was near Toys R Us to me, and I would be like, I could get the premium toys, or I could get the service merchandise toys. I get 3 or 4 of them. You know what I mean? I'll take 3 or 4 B's over 1 A. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then for a time, my oldest brother worked there. So on top of that, they also gave you like the employee discount.
Oh.
So I
you
would
had the
like,
hookup.
it would literally, I would like save dollars and change and go there. It's like, you know, if a toy was like $7, marked down to $3 with another $1 off, it's a pretty handy collection of Jurassic Park toys I'm coming home to make a movie with. You know, you get the sets.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
Hey, is it
But it was
bad that
But
I think my
you've
posture
soiled yourself?
I think my posture has been so bad that me sitting properly, I'm getting a migraine.
I don't know if the two are there's a correlation, but go for it. You know what I mean?
Because my upper back is
Hey, don't
starting
pain
to
no
hurt,
gain, baby.
and now my head's hurt.
Straighten that spine by hurting your brain?
No.
So the tagline.
I don't think that's a good
Well, that's why I
tagline.
put a question mark on it.
Oh,
I was waiting.
yeah.
for
Uncertainty.
I was offering it up to him.
Okay.
It's actually like
you just went. Oh.
no. I get migraine. I don't know if anyone else gets like the tension migraines in the back of your head, like you feel it down your neck. Mm-hmm. It's radiating from the neck. I feel that, but it's completely different because I think my body is in a position where it actually should be, and it's not used to it because I'm always in a poor posture.
It's like rejecting healthy foods.
Yes.
Your body's rejecting correct posture.
Yes.
It's kind of like what my body does when I try to use my arm to lift things. Just
no, I don't think your body's rejecting it. I think it's just incapable.
Sorry, I thought about it.
The lights are very bright.
Are they? Are they brighter over there than over here?
It's
This
spiraling.
chair with correct posture.
Dude, it feels great. My lower back feels awesome now. But now,
Joe.
All right, Joe, you convinced me.
Joe.
We'll get rid of your current chair. You're getting one of these.
dude, awesome, please. I sit so horribly in that chair.
You want to talk about spoiling?
Yes.
Well, they said don't spoil, don't talk about it tomorrow. But they didn't say don't talk about it today.
Oh, that's right. They just said
we're doing a thing tomorrow.
we're doing a thing tomorrow.
It's one of the
mystery videos that's going to
tomorrow.
be
And that's it.
tomorrow.
We'll do it, and if they want, they can watch it.
What time was that again, Michael? Was it?
I don't know. I'm not telling.
Oh.
I've already
It's a mystery.
I've already said too much, Joe.
Oh, okay.
It's 7 o'clock.
Tyler came
Holy
back
shit.
out.
I would.
Is that incorrect?
Yeah, that's incorrect. I would not be there.
By hours?
Yeah,
I don't know how much we can say.
probably none at all. But we're doing a thing tomorrow, and I'm not saying this, that, or nothing. But maybe check out our TTV.
Yeah.
At one time or another.
At noon.
See, I can't even tease that. I don't,
All right,
I don't
well-
know. I don't know when it is.
Oh, you didn't know what time it was?
I don't care.
Oh, I thought you knew what time it
I
was.
thought you were
weren't
just
revealing
being mysterious.
I am.
Yeah, like
Well,
cagey about it.
It's easier to do when you actually don't know. Torture me all you want. I don't know.
I really don't know.
It sounds like he's being coy. He is, but he also doesn't know.
Yeah. You say it with a tone. That way people
Yeah.
go,
I say it like when
who
Sarah
knows?
says something.
With
Good
confidence.
luck.
oh, yeah.
You go, why'd you say it like that? It's like what?
Yeah. What do you mean?
I don't want you to
like-
fail.
That's a pretty
like-
good Sarah
You're
impression.
just like, what? Why'd you say it like that? I meant it.
Yeah. It's like,
It's very-
well, I don't know if you actually, that just sounded really sarcastic.
And then it started to get pointed out so much where it'd be like, have a good show. And there'd be a pause and she's like, and that wasn't sarcastic.
Yeah.
I'm like, even you know it.
Just to clarify now. Oh, Sarah.
But yeah, be here at noon.
You're going back to that?
Yeah.
You're saying at noon. Is it noon?
It's noon.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was told. Am I wrong? Larry, am I wrong?
Larry's supposed to know. Larry's the mystery video guy.
I don't know.
Are you involved in this?
They didn't invite me.
Why is he asking you?
I'm barely here.
You're not barely here.
I'm definitely here.
You're definitely
But
here.
I barely made the cut.
You're not barely here.
Yeah.
I mean, not really, Larry. There was you and Jerry.
If there was going to a cut to be
There was
made,
no
we
cut.
were the only people to be in that cut. So
It's like saying we're only.
Look, I pitched me and Joe this morning, and he started hyperventilating.
It was not hyperventilating.
Very nervous. Because then he went, no. And then he looked at the calendar and he went, well, this is just the two of us.
It would have been great.
I know it
Would have done a great show.
And I would have had to convince you that all day. there was a Should have brought
No.
you a drink.
You want me to go get you one?
Dude, no, I'm good.
I'll be right back.
You scooch
But I
away.
mean, if you're gonna, I'll take one of those flavored Red Bulls from the lounge.
Jesus.
Did you hear me?
What'd you want?
If you get me one of those flavored Red Bulls from the lounge, that'd be cool.
Oh, from the lounge? Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be
I mean, is it further than where you were gonna go?
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, but not like leaving it all is stupid.
These wheels suck ass.
Well, I don't think they're meant for movement.
That's what wheels are made for movement, Michael.
are they
not entirely.
locked?
No, they spin and everything.
Well, I mean, all right.
They're just shitty. They're just shitty wheels.
He's making.
It's got to be.
This is so drawn out.
It's
Can
not.
you imagine if it was just me and him on this show? I would be dying out here.
You'd be having the time
I'd
of your
be
life.
fucking sweating.
Be having the time of
I'd
your
be
life,
like
Michael.
Bowser in a fucking Mario RPG, just writing into my diary. about how Mario made me look like an asshole. I'd be like, Joe made me look so fucking stupid. Dear Diary, day, circle, month, X. He likes to do that. They don't like to ever say real dates.
Right, yeah.
We don't know why. They can't just say March. It's circle X triangle day. And he goes, this motherfucker came out, he kicked me out of my posture chair, and then he grind the podcast to a halt. Mostly like audio listeners
much
can't
like
even see him.
The chair grinded me to a halt.
Like it's supposed to be.
We should put.
Hey, Michael, I think the wheel locks are on.
I mean, whatever, man. Hey, just don't do whatever you did to Alfredo's chair, because he's still not over it.
What did you do to Alfredo's chair?
No, listen, okay, we can finally clear this up.
Finally clear it up now that Alfredo's not here.
Because Alfredo.
Alfredo.
So, normal dining chairs. If anyone's ever assembled a normal wooden dining chair, okay?
His home chair.
His home chair. Okay.
Yeah.
When I came over for the first time and was sitting in that chair, it was wobbly. Okay. But I was also like leaning back on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was just like fidgeting. I just fidget. And so I was like tipping on the back.
Big time.
And
Big
then
time
Fredo was like, why is this chair so wobbly? I was like, Fredo was already wobbly, but it's not broken. I'll fix it for you. And he's like, you can't fix it. You broke it. It's because the fucking screws were loose in the chair.
Yeah.
Like the legs weren't fastened correctly.
Right, because he rocked them.
So I fastened it. And then I thought it was done. He hasn't let it go to this day. I made the chair sturdier than what it was.
Yeah.
Right, but only after he rode the edge without asking. I mean, you gotta understand. Cut to Alfredo's reaction walking in and seeing Joe doing this, like woo on his dining room chair.
Exactly that. Yeah. That same.
I wasn't like surfing on it.
I mean,
you know,
there was a lot of, but like with wood.
Right.
very slight. It was just very
Unnecessary
slight.
pressure on just a portion of the chair.
And I will say, I give Joe credit for it because it was a fucking dining room chair. Just like wooden dining room chair. Not something gonna come over and be like, wow, I'm gonna hang, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it wasn't like an office chair. There was no wiggle, nothing. It's just like a locked in chair. And Joe's like, I don't give a shit.
I just fidget, man. When I'm sitting, I just I'm always fidgeting.
It harkened back to literally like a kid at dinner. You know what I mean? I'm like, hey, cut it out. I mean, it was just so he didn't have any extra chairs. So we were at like his computer desk and everything. And you know how well that fits in a dining room chair that doesn't move or fit under anything or whatever. Right. So Joe, he made it his own.
I fixed it though.
I mean, I don't know. I just saw it happen. I don't really have any say in the aftermath. I saw what you did to it, and he did fix it. I don't know if that was a guarantee.
I said, Fredo, I was like, listen, man.
I don't know if it's loosened up since.
I just need some. I just need some Allen wrenches.
It was
That's all I need.
well over a year.
I just need some Allen wrenches. And he was like, I might have some of those laying around. He found the one set that he had. I went under the chair and I just tightened it up, and it was good. It was great. Very sturdy.
So he
thought I broke it.
Yeah.
Well, he did a little bit. Shelby wants to know why your chair's so short. It's not Shelby, my chair.
Because Shelby, I'm trying to see the world from your view.
Wow, unnecessary.
Wow.
Unnecessary.
Was that mean? Was that too mean?
Absolutely, it was mean, and you know it. Take that, small fry.
Shelby was also just trying to shame us for missing a meeting.
Oh, that's what Shelby does.
Yeah, and it was just like, okay, well, that's on Sarah, really.
Dude,
Sarah said no.
And
Sarah scheduled the meeting during Off Topic.
Right, which she knew you were on.
Which she asked us to be on.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, Shelby typed that from the college lawn she's sitting on right now. She's under a tree right now on a blanket, typing into her laptop that message.
That's what Shelby does.
She's wearing that outfit today. I saw her today, and I said, you look like you'd be sitting outside on a lawn, like outside of class. And she goes, oh, like back in my college days? And I went, I don't know. As far as movies would tell me, yeah, that's what I was going for.
Back in her
the
college
pictures
days.
and the pictures and sounds I've heard and seen on TV. That's what the movies tell me college is like. I assume someone was throwing a football or something.
Right, somebody playing guitar.
Shelby was there.
Specifically,
it was just a very like 2000s-y outfit.
Did anybody here go to college?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't finish, but
most.
Did you go to college?
Fuck no.
Hey, that's what's up.
No, I'm good.
I went.
I thought we
got
were
some
gonna
debt.
It's not really a high five.
Well.
It's just that wasn't for me.
Yeah, neither was it for me.
But everybody went to high school.
I mean, I went.
Don't laugh at me.
I went for 1 year.
See, I did what you did, but better.
You didn't go at all.
I didn't go at all senior year, but I still graduated.
I went to school. I went to high school for my freshman year, and then halfway through my sophomore year, not even halfway. It was like 2 months in, I stopped going to school, and then in my senior year, I officially dropped out.
Nice, decisive. You went. I've been thinking it over, and I've decided.
Yeah.
This isn't for me.
No, because my mom kept saying, "It's okay. You can go back when you're ready."
Right.
And the school was like, "You come back when you're ready." Meanwhile, all my class, 0%, 5%,
right,
0, 10.
Right. Yeah.
And I was just like, I haven't gone to school. So what do you want me to do? They took me to truancy court, and I was like, not being truant. Like, you guys know I'm not going to school anymore.
It's all above the table.
It's all.
Wow.
And then I actually dropped out of my senior year. 2 weeks after the semester started, I dropped out.
Wow.
And then I got my GED a week later. And apparently a GED is enough to go through 4 years of learning. I got a degree in an hour and a half.
Mileage will vary on those 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm really more concerned about those first few than the last few.
Right, because I feel like your last couple of years in high school are kind of like
it's a real fucking waste of time.
Yeah, my senior year was just like enough.
UK's got it right with like 16.
Us skipping band practice and stuff.
Yeah, it's like in the UK, it's sort of like sophomore is like, all right, you're done if you want, or you could keep going.
I remember one time I was out.
There's just a lot of useless shit if you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like if you know what you're doing or have any inkling, it's a lot of useless shit.
Yeah.
In the last like 2 years, it's really college prep.
I think
if
it was
you're not college prep.
My junior year, I was sick for like 3 weeks, and I had missed like so much, like just so much stuff. And I remember going in early because I had like a 20 in like one of these classes, and my teacher was just a coach, and most teacher coaches just don't give a shit. They're just kind of like, I'm here, I'm filling my time when we're in the off season or whatever.
Mileage will vary.
Yeah. I remember we showed up real early because we were supposed to like finish assignments or tests for this teacher, and he showed up like right when the bell went off to go to the first class. And the other girl that was standing next to me goes, "Well, since you were late, we should just get all A's." And he just kind of like was unlocking his door and goes, "All right." And then we walked in and he went, A. That was it. And then I got like a 95 in that
It's
class.
why, and it's like, and again, you're going to get shit like that across the board, but it really is to like, think of that, shit like that, as in a day in and day out. And it's obviously like where you live, what school do you go to, whatever. Yeah. But like, a lot of it can just be straight up worthless. Mm. It's a lot of time, though. Like,
it's a lot of time.
Like the idea of like how much time, like again, not only as the kid in school, but now as a parent, like my kids are in school, not like obviously high school and shit yet, but like now I'm going like, so this is fucking worth it, right? Like you're doing shit you actually give a shit about?
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of time. It's a lot of like, I don't know. It's a lot of pressure too, right? Just like, know this thing, do this thing, turn this thing in.
Tons of expectations.
The second you're out of, not even out of school, but like out of this class, doesn't fucking matter if you ever remember it.
Unless it's math.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you get down to specifics.
I use the Pythagoras.
Like, there's plenty of useful shit.
Pythagoras was the philosopher of his time.
I was going to say, I'm really like, I think Joe said at the top of the show, he's anti-education. And I think there's something to be said about that.
I definitely did not say I'm anti-education.
Yeah, didn't you? You kept whispering. You said, you said, say it.
Well, that's why I said at the top of the show, so the people who weren't here didn't have to hear it now, but now you've reiterated.
I was fine with like the work. I hated school. I was not a school person, like the environment. I did not do well there. I didn't thrive. I was very disruptive. Can you believe it?
Well,
Can you believe it?
You weren't the valedictorian.
But not disruptive though in a like, look at me, just in like, fuck this, I don't want to be here, and I just leave.
Did you say valedictorian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you thought I said?
I don't know. I don't know what I thought you said.
What did you think I said?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what went through my head, but I was just like, what did Joe just?
I think he said it right.
Yeah, valedictorian.
Yeah, valedictorian.
Okay, I don't know. Never mind, forget this. Cut this part out.
No,
it stays.
Sorry, Trevor.
Tyler, make a note. Cut it out.
That's a
That's how you
Trevor.
do it,
That's a
right?
Trevor. We get off and it's like we end the show and like any notes and Trevor's like, at this awkward breath at 1 hour and 7 minutes. If we can just cut that. I was gonna say something, but I didn't.
He's telling me no. He's keeping it in.
It's. I mean,
It's
like
the thumbnail.
Look, don't get me wrong. It's
Jaron
it's fine to like
misunderstands
cut
Joe.
whatever.
What a compelling.
It's fine to
thing.
cut whatever, but it's just like it really takes a long time.
Oh, I know.
and you know they're going like, hey man, anything you want cut? That?
When I used to edit, y'all would go, "Hey, editor, cut this out." I'd be like, "I don't know.
Hell no.
Well, I don't know if I
Hell
want
no.
to."
That's where you go. You go. If I have to cut something later, then
Yeah, I'll
do
put
that.
a marker and be
If
like,
I have to, if I have to re-render this fool,
Yeah.
then I'll cut that out. Otherwise, hell no.
Yeah. Oh man.
How's your back?
That was great.
I'm actually excited. I'm gonna bring that home and use that at my desk.
It's got me thinking of
Although
I missed
thinking-
high school days.
Okay.
With a pounding
Enlightening.
migraine as well.
Enlightening.
I don't miss it. I do think, and now maybe I'm wrong, but I do think, not to say like, all right, you kids, but I will say, I do think now I go, man, that school would be so fucking easy. What an easy fucking thing. I'm talking like high school. I'm not talking like actual like college, and I'm just talking about like the lifestyle. Like I gotta do class, I gotta do this. Fuck, I could do that for a couple months, like trade in being 35.
Yeah.
To do high school and just walk around going, are you fucking kidding me? Like I was thinking about it the other day. I was literally thinking about, and now granted, they changed this when I was in high school. When I was in middle school going into high school, periods, there was like 7-8 periods a day. And they were like 45 minutes. And then in high school, I think my freshman year or my sophomore year, they changed to block scheduling.
Yeah, you got 4 periods in one day, 4
So
periods
they're
the other.
like long as fuck. They're like 90 minutes. And you could actually get something done. I was thinking yesterday or the day before, just with like kids and like schedules and this and that, whatever, where you're like, all right, we have 1 hour. Fuck, it's been an hour? I was like, classes were 45 minutes. How the fuck do you learn anything in 45 minutes? Like I was thinking about it yesterday in my adult life going, hey, this is by the time people sit down and take their shit out. And this is, I'm thinking when I was in high school, this is before everybody has fucking phones and shit. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess people had phones, but they weren't smartphones. I can't even imagine wrangling it now. It's got to be insane.
Well, that's why they have you do classes for the whole year, the same class for the whole year.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes more sense.
Because you're getting everything in 30-minute bite-sized pieces.
Well, it's also what elementary school is, and then they're like, all right, in high school you have 80 classes at once, and they're like, what if we just make them less? How about 4? How about 1?
High schools were ahead of their time. They were getting the algorithm ready for short form content.
I guess to be fair, third grade everything is probably a lot easier than 11th. You know, like geography. Like the 3rd grade math teacher then goes, I don't know, the fucking Earth's round too. Here we go. It's harder to do that in high school, especially when it's the gym teacher or whoever who just doesn't give a shit about
Like
geography.
like I don't care about his education. Pass. I don't remember what class it was too. It's something. It's probably like government or something like that.
Government econ, gym class, health class. Those are the ones.
I guess band counted as my gym class because it was like marching in the heat.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh.
Marching band was just like, oh god, that sucked ass.
It sounds almost illegal.
That's also a thing.
Yeah,
I remember
awful, 'cause
like
it's fucking hot here.
most kids, I kind of get it as a parent, but it's still also like a generational thing. I think most people my age are probably are of the same mindset of like, man, maybe just don't make your kid do shit they don't want to do. Like I get like they don't want to do anything, right? They don't want to brush their teeth or whatever.
Totally,
but like you're gonna fucking play this instrument for 6 years.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you don't like it. It's like maybe not. Maybe just do something else.
Right.
Like I knew so many kids that hated band. They're like, I fucking hate this instrument.
Yeah,
they were good at it. You know what I mean? It's not
Because
like
they were,
I'm
like,
bad.
made to do it.
They've been
Yeah.
playing it since 5th grade. It's like, I thought it'd be fun in 5th grade, and now it's 6 years later.
I thought I would have fun with it, and then I got to high school, and I'm like, oh god, I just.
Well, you also have no
hated
free
that
time
thing.
then, right?
Oh yeah, because it was just like I had 2, so like A and B schedules or block schedule, whatever you call it.
Yup.
Had band every day in the morning, and then we had my school would end like at 3 or something, and then after that we were there for like 3 hours, like practicing and marching and doing all that stuff. I was like, oh god, it just sucked. But then I became a section leader, And
so then you were bossing people around.
You had power?
It was.
Fuck, dude.
So
I tasted power.
I played the clarinet, and there were like 40 of us, and so there were 2 section leaders, and I volunteered for stuff that made it to where I didn't have to help lead, so I was just never there, and I just never did anything.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
What a leader.
Yeah.
What a great way to lead
But
from afar.
people still like me more. I was the good one.
I like.
Because you were fun dad.
I was fun dad, yeah. And the
Ember
girl was
said
like the mean one.
3rd grade was the first year we got homework, so it was awful for me. Dude, homework sucks.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because you were
Homework's
saying,
the worst.
like, I'm
Get
sure
that
that-
shit at school.
like going back to high school, because I'm just like, because I'm thinking of like taking like AP calculus and fucking like, I don't know, AP classes and shit like that, and then homework. And I'm like, I don't want that. I like this job where I like come in and I'm like, I got to figure out board games, and then I go home and I go,
Dude, even if it's like, oh, I'm tired from doing all this work, it's not homework.
Yeah.
Homework sucks.
Homework's just a joke.
I'm getting like
shit.
flashbacks when I had to do statistics homework.
Homework's just a piece of shit. I knew
sucked.
most of my childhood. I decided at an early age, like middle school, I just wasn't gonna do open-ended questions, and I would just skip them and not do them and just get points off.
I don't know about you guys, but math homework never really bothered me because it was the fastest homework.
It was the easiest
Math was
for me.
It was the easiest one. Like if you forgot to do it or you just didn't want to do it the night before, you could do it like 10 minutes before.
I still hate to this day though, like putting thoughts to like writing. I just hate like writing or
Like
typing.
composition or English papers.
Just anything. Like if you said to me, hey, when we did the rage quit shit, you kept messaging me, and I didn't so much ignore you as I ignored you, but I was like, I'll talk to Jaren. I go, I don't want to type this.
Yeah.
I just want to go over and be like, let me tell a story, because I'm also going to waste my own time.
Yeah.
But it's easy with my mouth. And I was like,
I get
I don't
that.
want to go, let me tell you a story, Jaren. I want, hey, look at me. And also, it's harder to read. It's harder to read over text if I'm putting dramatic flair.
Yeah, you mean like emotion or
Right.
inflections and stuff.
I gotta know when like I'm pointing, when I'm finally pointing at someone.
Yeah.
That's why they invented emojis.
Yeah, I want.
I'm just saying, I just want to walk
Oh
over
my
to
god,
Jaren.
you gotta become an emoji guy.
I could be an emoji guy.
Yeah, I want messages like that now.
That's fine. I mean, I already made those Tyler Noid emojis,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
We can make more. They're in Slack.
Are they?
Yeah, there's 3 Noids in there.
Whoa.
Probably forgot. There's
I
shocked.
forgot we worked with the noise.
There's shocked.
Oh, I
angry.
know we work with the Noid.
There's shocked, angry, and sad. I think it's Noid, shocked, Noid. Just type Noid.
Whoa.
There's 3 of them in there.
I'm looking right now.
Moral of the story.
Whoa.
I can't believe you missed that.
That's
I
awesome.
made them a while ago.
Oh.
I use them all the time.
Yeah.
I reply all the time with if it's good news, I usually do this where he's like,
Yeah. I think you sent it to me a couple times too when we were talking about all the rage quit stuff. I remember getting annoyed from you. Annoyed. From you. Yeah,
Noid, right,
annoyed.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know
very
what Noid is. I've heard it a lot,
Noid is a
Tyler.
guy that hates. Well, it's Tyler, but not Stabbed. Hazard.
Okay.
Crazy last names. Sounds made up.
It does. Yeah.
Oh, I never thought about that until now.
He was so the Noid was a mascot thing that Domino's had. He was like this alien guy that hated pizza. And then there was a guy that had the name Noid that was like Domino's is watching me, and he took people
Specifically
hostage
because their
because of
tagline
that.
was avoid the Noid, because the Noid stole the pizza. So avoid him, so you eat the pizza.
And he's like,
they're telling everyone to avoid me.
right, and he held people hostage, and fortunately nobody was hurt, but Domino's was like, all right, no more Noid. Then there was a resurgence in 2019.
2019.
Bringing back the Noid, and the Noid was CGI, and it was Tyler before he worked here. He did the mocapping for the Noid.
Oh, really?
Of like an animated version of he hates pizza, and then the pandemic happened. So they made one commercial or something. But he's like, "That's me, I'm the Noid," and so I put Noid emotes in the Slack.
Was there ever a Noid video game? You know how they used to do mascot
Probably an
video games?
online thing,
Yeah.
right? That was big back in the day of Adult Swim, right? There was always some sort of flash game on their website.
Right,
I guarantee you Domino's had a flash game Noid thing.
Because there's all the Burger King games.
Oh God,
and then
yeah, dude.
I remember
that was effort like I've never seen before. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah.
See, like one of the
360 games,
right?
Yeah.
Like one of the 2 times I was like, all right, Burger King, I'll go in your doors. It's like the Pokemon shit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, everybody knows. And then the Steak King, all the King shit.
Yeah, I
got me
specifically
going.
remember going with my dad. He was just like, "We're gonna go get these games."
Nice.
And then we just went to go get them.
I like that your dad's like, whoa, free video game, and it's just as good as the regular games, and you are like, it's not, but it's fine. They're not real games.
yeah. Because I remember back in the day, I had a Sega Game Gear, like way back in the day, and there was the 7-Up. The 7-Up.
Spot.
Yeah. He had a video game.
Yeah, I had that on Game Gear.
Mm-hmm.
That the Game Gear, it looks
that's what I'm
remarkably similar to the Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's like
I haven't like looked it up. It's just from my memory, but it was pretty fucking similar. It's a big old.
it's big. It had like there was a cartridge that you can get that turned it into a TV and stuff like that. Like it was pretty cool.
It also was like one of the first.
Did just little rabbit ears stick out of it?
Yeah,
And
it
just
had like little.
oh,
antennas,
really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was like a cartridge that you
didn't
could
have
slide into it. Yeah.
It was also one of the, if not the first like backlit screens.
Yeah.
That was
Used
like-
the thing was huge.
Dude, first of all, it was huge.
Yeah.
It used so much like battery.
It used 6 AA's.
And it was
Holy
like a
shit.
couple hours.
Yeah.
Right? Or like, whatever. You had to have rechargeables. And rechargeables back then were not good.
Oh right, and they're
They were
super
dog shit.
expensive.
Super
too.
expensive. And like they always start corroding in the charger. Like they fuck up where they get like, I don't know, whatever. It's not rust, but whatever you nerds,
Leaking.
your battery shit. You Trevors out there, you're talking about your ions start spilling out of your battery compartments.
Ion leakage.
Yeah. But it was like, dude, times was tough in video games back then, where you're like trying to see a black and white screen that's not backlit. You get batteries that are always fucking dying. Your parents aren't buying batteries. Batteries are expensive. They're still expensive to this day. So thankfully, like everything gets more expensive. It's like, I don't know, stuff gets cheaper, but then new stuff comes out and it costs more money. So it's like, whatever. But like, we're fortunate, I think, for us and our generation and what we do, that like, at least it's finally settled on like TVs and batteries and rechargeable stuff. Like, it's pretty cheap, like comparatively. You know what I mean? Like, it's mainstream now.
Yeah, like finally.
I'm saying PlayStation did it forever. Finally, you buy an Xbox controller and like, the battery doesn't come out, you just plug it in.
Right, yeah.
It's like, it took so long to get, it sounds so stupid, but it just took so long to get here. Even from like wireless, like to me, like the Wavebird was like the first original, like first party wireless, holy shit, this is good, right? Like wireless, I remember back from like Sega Genesis, but it was all like, it's wireless. It works sometimes, like it just was the broken technology.
Yeah.
But so I remember when it came out, it was like cloud saving. Like I don't trust it because it sucked when it first came out.
It was so iffy.
I lost so much data. But like we're finally there. Shit's like it's why VR can be so damn good because everything can just be wireless and good now. That happened very fast. You know what I mean? I mean, we were still using dial-up in '99, 98, like I was, and so now it's just like, oh, wireless VR. It's pretty cool.
And it just works.
Pretty cool.
It works pretty well.
It works so well when you're not trying to do what we do with it.
The moment we touch it,
it
breaks.
Well, it's not the moment we touch it. I'm just saying to use it, right? Of like, oh, I bought this thing. Let me plug it and use it. Great. Let's record it in our setup. And it's like, welcome to hell.
Yeah, dude.
Just because.
Tell me about it, man.
Just the tech.
The amount of like time. I just remember we recorded that Halloween video, the scary like Jackbox one or whatever. And then we were like, let's switch like headsets midway through, and it took us like an hour to like get it going because it just wasn't working. Like the Quest 2s are cool because they're cheap and stuff like that, but well, they were cheap. Now they're like $100 more or something.
Oh, why? Oh, just
they just
demand?
upped them. They just upped them. Yeah,
probably because they were selling out.
But yeah, it's like, man, they're just like they're like good little headsets.
Jared's on the podcast.
Geez, are they just annoying to?
Lindsay said hi.
Oh, hey, Lindsay.
They're traveling.
Oh.
Larry's here too.
Hello.
Larry said hi. Lindsay said hi to Joe. Nope, not Joe. Never mind, take it back. What's that?
Not to me.
Well, no, a lot of people don't know Joe's here. He's so short. He barely is over the table. What was that? What was your message?
I'm a new person today.
I don't know that. I'm not going to try to attempt that. But if you guys want anything from Puerto Rico, let Lindsay know.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
I don't
What
really
do
know
they
what
have?
Puerto Rico has.
Puerto Rico has a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Is there like a menu I can look at?
There's a website.
Oh,
website.
Pamphlet?
Yeah.
Pamphlet?
Anyway, we're about to end
like
the
a
podcast,
tourist,
so I'm going to hang up now.
Tourist pamphlet.
www. I'm assuming it's
All right, talk to you later,
PuertoRico.com.
dog.
Welcome to
Bye.
Puerto Rico. Here you can choose
Well,
a souvenir.
they were saying
to
something
bring for
as
your
I
loved
hung
ones.
up. Clearly, I said goodbye. They said goodbye. I went to hang up, and then words were coming out.
We could get a whole boat. Puerto Rico
Sorry?
ferry. We could buy a boat.
I don't think Lindsay can bring back a boat.
Well,
not?
I mean,
They can get it shipped though.
Can they? Is it an option or
I mean, they can just. Can't they just
what?
like
Yeah. What?
use it?
Is it how?
Come into the Gulf?
I assume you just see a
Right.
theme
They just
zone
take a
where you just-
river all
Yeah.
the way back.
You
up
just
to
go
Austin.
real fast towards the land, and then you hit the land. You go.
Yeah.
That's very Fast and the Furious. When are they gonna do a boat? Did they do boats in Fast and Furious?
Oh,
Not like insanely. Like yeah,
They
there's a
can.
boat here and there, but never like.
But they never go. And then here's a whole boat.
Look, they've
sequence.
done.
Because
They've
I
done
mean, maybe
trailers
a sequence,
suck.
but not like a movie. They haven't done like a. There's no like boat equivalent where the whole movie's boats. I feel like that's real limited.
Wet.
But
That's
after
also a series I've never seen.
here's the other thing though. After the beginning of the end, which is the next part, and then the end of the end, which is the part after that, they're gonna need something, right? They got Hobbs and Shaw, but then they're gonna be like, all right, where's this? We heard some guy online talking about like a boat movie, and then that's gonna be the whole spin-off series, like Fast and the Furious, aquatic,
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa.
Wet and the
Wet
Furious.
and the Furious, sure.
Too fast, too wet.
Splash and
Too fast, too wet's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn.
But anyway, they could do it, but a lot of ocean.
I don't know how this actually works, but I did see a TikTok recently of a guy going, "I'm at a Fast and the Furious party, and we're watching all of them at the same time."
Whoa!
On the projector
That's the
screen
way to do
was
it.
Every single one of
That's
them
the way to do
at
it.
the same time.
It's shocking how much they lined up
Yeah,
too.
and somebody in the comments thought was really funny. They're like, at an hour and 37 minutes and 3 seconds, they all say family at the same time.
Whoa! And that was their vision from the beginning, from the first
Yeah.
film.
Like,
That's intentional.
From the very first one, they said, no matter where this road takes us, family all the way, and always at an hour and 7 minutes.
That just makes me think of like the old like Aqua Teen Hunger Force DVDs. Like I think it was like season 2 or 3. You buy it and you pop it in and you hit the play all button and it just put up 13 boxes
Yep.
and played the entire season all at
Yeah,
once.
real asshole shit.
that's
That was
I
great.
love shit like
That was
that.
great.
Yeah.
That's again what I think of when I think of like, again, like Flash games, like Adult Swim.
Yeah.
They were knocking them out like Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Harvey Birdman stuff, just weird, like simple shit. But again, it was early enough where I'm like, I have dial up and I could play,
Wait.
doot, 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 and it's like, what the frick? It's like Burger King. It's a free game.
right.
Anyway, well, that's it. Tiny Joe, we're done.
Hey, thanks for coming.
How's your back?
watching.
I can't help but
It
notice
feels
you're
awesome.
still, but you're leaning.
What? But my
not-
back is straight.
Well, not really. No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Look how straight
No,
it
you're
is.
leaning forward to lean on the table.
I mean,
Look
if
at the
I'm-
edge
okay,
of
if
the
I'm
bar
like-
and look at your back.
Yeah, if I'm
It's
at
because,
this angle, my back
it's
is
because of the
straight.
headache, man. It's because of the
But-
headache.
Just get off the
Just
table.
my spine isn't.
What's because of the headache?
No, that's why I'm like this because I don't want to.
I mean, that's fine.
it's
I'm not
hurting up
knocking
here.
you because it's the headache, but don't lie. You're not straight.
I am
Your
straight.
spine
Look,
isn't
this-
straight. Well,
look.
now it is.
No, look.
It went from I am straight to it's the headache.
I know we're ending, but like just
We're ending
realistically- But look at this shit. Look at this shit from this
But
angle,
now
right?
you're not touching the table.
Right? From oh god damn it. Turn
Let's
around.
see, dude.
Right?
Look at
this
If I'm
angle,
sitting up
faces
straight
the
like
camera.
this, right? And I'm just sitting like that, it's the same fucking thing. The only difference is
No,
maybe
because here's the
maybe
thing.
my tailbone a little curved.
Here's the thing.
Okay?
I would agree with you if you weren't slouched onto the table, having it
No,
support
it wasn't.
you.
No,
because that completely. You weren't doing this
I
and
know we're ending.
floating.
I gotta show this before the
Again,
shit
audio
closes
listeners
out.
can't even see you.
I know,
You
but
weren't doing this and floating. You're doing this.
I was doing this, but
Right.
look,
And
my
just
back still straight. I wasn't like this.
It's straight, but you're not using it.
It wasn't like this.
You're not using
Right,
it.
I was
right.
like,
You're supposed
like
to
this.
use
Like
it.
I'm getting ready to
You're
throw
using
it
your back to prop you up, not slouch while it
The
looks
equivalent
straight.
would be if you use this at a desk and you're still like this on the desk, and it's just like, well, yeah, you're like
I just want
in the chair.
I just want the technology to work for you, and I feel like we got to unlearn some bad habits first.
Yeah, break the mold, Joe.
break my
Whoa.
back.
Whoa. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I like how it ended with Jaren staring into your eyes, looking down at you in your little chair.
Hey, say that to my face. Fuck.
Larry, take us out.
Beat up the little guy.
Yeah.
Larry,
Oh, take us out. Oh,
do like the wizard, but at the end.
Oh boy.
Not at the beginning.
This week on Off Topic, we talked about stuff. Here's how you play.
A lot of
Listen
Mario
to it. You already did
stuff.
it. A lot of Mario stuff. Resident Evil for a little bit. Chairs.
What do you think the title's going to be? Tyler's going to ask.
Oh fuck.
It's probably a Mario.
Man,
thing, right?
Larry likes Incel Bowser.
Oh! Does Larry like Incel Bowser?
Oh,
Question mark.
yeah.
You can't get sued that way.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
You don't want to end up like Fox and Dominion.
Oh, right.
You just posed the question. We don't know.
Yeah. That's true. I'm learning.
She said no, by the way, to Bowser. Spoiler.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Who said no to Bowser?
Bye.